group. Our 10th best of 3 of the day. We start off to the bottom left-hand side. The red Terran player, this is alive. And to the top right-hand side, our blue Terran player is Björn. 32 to sub-goal target. Yes, we are only 32 subs away from 500 subs once again. Shout out to all of you incredible people who have been helping us make it towards that direction. It's actually kind of insane how awesome you guys are. So thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. Everyone who's been helping out today, whether you've been using your Twitch Prime subs, whether you've been gifting subs, whether you've been a receiver of a sub, whether you've just subscribed regularly. Thank you so much. You guys make it possible to keep on casting StarCraft 2. You guys make it possible for us to keep on putting on these tournaments. And that's what we will always try and do. Put on more StarCraft tournaments, cast more games, and bring you guys all of the action we possibly can when it comes to StarCraft. Bitstorm, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub as well. Make that 31 to 500. We are counting down. I repeat, we are counting down. Guys, very quickly at the start of this, I do have a couple of sponsor things I have to talk about once per stream. So I'm going to mention them right now as we get this one going, because I know there's been a lot of downtime already. First of all, Harry's, if you're in the US, Canada, or the UK, Harry's is a shaving company that will help you get a good shave for a better price than what you're probably already using. It's comparable to the high-end brands out on the market, and it's honestly, I really love it. If you use my link through the !Harry's command, you will get a $5 discount on a starter set. You can get a starter set for as cheap as $3. I think you pretty much just have to pay postage. So you're basically paying postage to get yourself a razor, some blades, and some gel to try it out. No strings attached. If you like it, obviously you can continue to get more products, but that's all it is. You go for my link, purchase, you get yourself a starter set. It directly supports the stream every time you purchase as well. And the other one is MVMT, !MVMT in the chat. We have some really nice watches on that site. You get a 15% discount if you go through my link. Again, every single purchase directly supports the stream. And yeah, you get 15% discount. If you've got any questions, do ask. But there's some really nice watches. It's a nice little Christmas gift as well, honestly, I would say. And if you purchase through Harry's, or if you purchase through MVMT movement, you will get a decoration on the tree, most importantly. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I could get a really cool watch. Man, I could have a real good shave this time next week. Or you could get a decoration on the tree while having both of those. Now that is a deal that cannot be beaten. Cyclone locks onto this Hellion as we get this going. Reaper's throwing down a couple of grenades, and the Hellion does go down. Command Center coming up on the natural expansion here as that Cyclone does chase those couple of Reapers away. Liberator on the way up from Björn. He proxied the starport on the bottom side of the map. Again, this is a best of 3 where straight up the winner will advance through in first place. The loser will take second. I'm still pretty hyped about Time making it through the group in third place after taking that map off of Alive. Who would have thought that Rogue and True would have been the 2 players eliminated? Man, Rogue just never seems to do well in my online events. He always just seems to fall short. Crazy. If he'd taken a map off of True, he would have advanced, because then he would have had the same map score as Time, and then he beat Time head-to-head, so crazy. All he had to do was win a map against True, but the 13-12 had something else to say about it. Couple of Marines on the way out of the racks here. The Siege Tank being produced as well. Fruity Rob has just become a legend in the chat today. First he drops 500 bits, then he's like, you know what, that's not enough, let's subscribe. And you know what he does then? The man goes crazy and drops another 5 sub gift bomb in the chat. How many of these are we getting today? That's actually insane. Fruity Rob, let's see some love in the chat for him. Guys, if you hear your name right now, Fruity Rob has just hooked you up with a Wardy sub, giving you access to our replay packs, emotes, and more. Welcome Spider Red, C76 CJH, Domi Gamer, Player STT1, and A Soy Coco. Welcome to the Wardy family, guys. We do see Reapers and Hellions are going to dive on this Siege Tank here. Cyclone comes back in to help defend. Now a second Cyclone too. Björn's dive is a complete failure. A Liberator in the main base, though, as his opponent is distracted, perhaps, can get some damage done, as we are going to be seeing those SCVs taking a few hits. Liberator will try and hide away in the corner to stop the Cyclones locking on. The Cyclones will lock on, but I thought I was going to lose him. The Cyclone doesn't quite manage to make that happen, as the Cyclones do get rid of the Liberator. 31 to 32 SCVs, and Björn is down by a couple of workers at the moment. And he just lost a lot of army, and here we go across the map. Alive will counterattack. Keeping that siege tank alive is huge for this counterattack, as here we go. A few Marines, couple of tanks, and a Raven starting to come up to the top right-hand side, ready to push on in to this natural expansion. So here we go, Raven, Marines, and tanks all setting up. Those couple of tanks going to get sieged here by Alive. Marine's going to take a little bit of damage there, and the Raven still just sat out the front. As you do see the tank just going to be sieging up from a distance. Again, these couple of tanks from Alive may want to push a little bit further forwards. Again, sieging up, and right now this is going to get difficult for Beyond. He's just going to try and break this right away, but the Cyclones and the Order turrets, it's just not going to happen. The tanks are target firing the other siege tanks as well. That was really good target fire to make sure that they're not going to do anything here. The Cyclones will chase, and I mean, that one tank is so low, it is very unlikely to survive. Bjorn messed this up a little bit. Across the map, he has got double Banshee, and they are picking up a lot of kills. Just notice them. Oh my god, they've got 25 kills already, so this actually becomes a bit crazier than I thought it was. So Bjorn's actually getting a lot of damage done over here, but they're starting to be lost. These Banshees will go down as a Raven is out, and that is going to be GG. Alive does take the game. They was set this up to try and still finish first place in this group. Bottom right-hand side, though. One more map, and he's going to take this down. Our Blue Terran is alive. And to the top left-hand side, our Red Terran. This is Bjorn, and he's coming across to drop a couple of Proxy Raxes. Proxy Rax number 1 comes down to the far right-hand side here. Proxy Rax number 2. On its way over as well. Guys, we are only 26 subscribers away from 500. Again, that is actually ridiculous. I think we're on like 60 new subscribers today. Or maybe even like 65. It's actually insane. Thank you so much for everyone for all of your support. We've had over 2,000 views for what feels like the majority of the day as well, which is also just insane. Again, if you're watching this tournament right now, we have got more of this coming up. On Tuesday and Wednesday, our European groups take place at 6 p.m. CET. That's Tuesday and Wednesday. On Sunday, we have got ourselves the European playoffs, and on Monday next week, or a week on Monday, we'll have the Korean playoffs as well, with a week on Wednesday being the global playoffs, where the European and the Korean servers will clash together. So guys, please do join us for all of those dates. It'll be great to have you with us. It'll be great to see this tournament continue to do so well. The more viewers we have, the better sponsor pitch we make to people to try and get more of these events sponsored. We can be like, look how many viewers it brought in, look what we can do. As you do see this Proxy Rax play, seen here by Alive. As this gets going. Thank you so much, by the way, Limino, coming in with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We're 25 away from 500, guys. Do you want to try and do the impossible? Can we do 25 subs before the end of this series? Well, maybe that's a lot to ask for, but that'd be pretty ridiculous end to what is already an insanely ridiculous day. As you see a couple of Reapers coming in. Bjorn, we're going to try and make this happen, as we do have Marines under fire here, and there's one Marine going down. The Reapers will hop on out of there, and we'll stay alive for a moment. Cope Malone coming in with the Twitch Prime sub as well. Hello and welcome to the Wardy family. Thank you so much, guys. 24 to go. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, though. Here we go, Reapers back up in towards the main base. Hellion taking a couple of shots. Proxied starport here, because you do know that the factory is generally delayed, so the starport proxied can get a lot of damage done. Fast Liberator into Fast Cloak Banshees can be very, very frustrating to deal with. Reapers pulling back towards the top left-hand side, and we do see the starport from Alive is about to finish up here as well, so finishing that starport, getting a Liberator on the way. And again, this Reaper just scouting around to see what's up and what's going on. As you see this SCV in just a little bit of trouble. SCV will go down. So SCV falls. And again, all of these Reapers from Beyond are going to start moving out onto the map. There's a couple of Hellions pushing those couple of Reapers away. Hellions pulling back down, joining up with a few of the Marines. Factory starts up a Cyclone here. They see the reactor coming down on the barracks as well. And we still have these Reapers just moving around on the natural. The first Liberator is about to pop out and head into that main base, so Alive about to get some counter-aggression going for himself. You see those Reapers, though, very nearly getting a Hellion right away there. They do not want to go up the ramp, though. They do not want to try and take on high ground vision. As you see the Command Center dropping down from Alive, Bjorn dropping his in location, and here comes that Liberator. Cyclone is about to pop, though, so it's going to be here right in time to come in, and Bjorn splits his SCVs away. Not a single SCV kill from the Liberator. Oh, the one on the gas on the top side is the one that Bjorn misses. Another pops out for 2, but a pretty good split to kind of stop that. He stopped his starport building even to make sure the SCV there wouldn't be in trouble. That was not bad at all, as those Reapers pulling back a bit from Bjorn. He's now Reapers and the Cyclone moving around on this left side across the map. A barracks will give high ground vision as well here for Bjorn. Could enable him to maybe get something done with these Reapers. He hasn't lost any Reapers apart from 1, which means that he still has a pretty sizable number here. 7 Reapers. It's surprising what they can do sometimes. Barracks did just fall, though, so he loses his high ground vision. Currently attacking this starport, chasing it away. And another Cyclone coming across, so if there is an opportunity, it would be very, very soon here, as Bjorn's expansion is up. Ooh, you know what? The Cyclones and the Hellions on the low ground, so if there is a chance, it really is sooner rather than later, as this starport still being hunted down. And these Cyclones locking onto it here, and it will at least start to burn. Cyclones coming in, going to try and lock on, but oh, Bjorn is just too good. He seems to know about it, but now he's going to come in with the Reapers. 6 Reapers against just the Cyclones. The Hellions on in position as Cyclone falls. Uh-oh. Now there's only 1 Cyclone against 2. Obviously, there's still Hellions and some Marines to support as well. Here we go. Cyclones will move up the ramp. The lock-ons come down onto a Marine and a Hellion. Not brilliant. The Reapers trying to fight as well. Grenades are good. The Cyclone's still alive here as they lock on again. The Cyclone there from Alive. Never locked onto these Cyclones of his opponent. Scared to have the high ground vision. Bjorn pushes this away. And Bjorn ties up this series 1-1. Boom. Just like that. Wow, Bjorn ties us up 1 game apiece. That is actually pretty freaking sick. What have I decided about tomorrow's Marble Championship? Tomorrow on Cast on Base Trade TV. I don't know if I can do it. I could maybe start a bit earlier and do a bit, but I don't know if I can do that much. We'll probably do a little bit, just a bit earlier than usual, but that's pretty much all I can promise. It depends how my day goes as well, because I've got to get some stuff done through the day, because I've been casting double days lately. I mean, I've been casting... yesterday I casted for 10 hours. Thursday I casted for 11 hours. Today I'm going to be casting for like 11 hours or so. It's been busy. So tomorrow I have to kind of take some time to sort my life out. So I can't necessarily come in super early and just like stream all day again and stuff like that. I still want some focus on the treetop on the warty head. You can do it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I could put some baubles on my headset, but I just don't think there is realistically a way that the star goes on my head, Whoosh. I just don't think there is. Today's been crazy as well. Like, I'm actually terrified to take the star off the top of the tree. With the amount of decorations we've added to the tree today, I am genuinely terrified to take the star off the top, because I think it's going to make it fall over. Bjorn's Durax Reaper here is scouted by an SCV. Does not seem to know it because he is holding back with his Reaper, waiting to move forward. So, usually if it's scouted, you just go forwards ASAP to try and slow down any sort of attempts to defend this. He waits for 2 Reapers, so he loses a bit of an opportunity there. As we do see the 2 Reapers going forwards. And we do see 2 Marines and a couple of SCVs here able to turn those first 2 Reapers away. Port Alexander's weird. There's only really this area here and this ramp for you to go up with the Reapers. So he goes into a Hellion and there's a Marine coming across as well. Proxies his starport in the natural of Bjorn. Starport coming in the natural of Bjorn here is again those couple of Reapers coming out. And we're just going to be seeing this factory dropping down up on the high ground. So factory drops in up on the high ground. Bjorn moving around with a Reaper or so. This Reaper on the right side moving around as well. And yeah, all of these units are going to join up together a little bit. And as we do see the starport, no, is found! Alive, will not get it up. Oh, Bjorn finding the starport, that is quite a big deal. And that means that Bjorn will not be able to finish this, so... Wow, Bjorn, some sick senses there. That was really, really sick. Thanks so much. And Ditsugus comes in with the $10 donation. Thank you so much for the 10 bucks. Get some love in the chat for that as well. Thank you so much. I'll get you up on the tree in the next wave of decorations. Coming soon. Starport going to move on its way down. Factory starts up a tech lab. So Bjorn, I mean, worker count is even because Bjorn never really harassed with the Reapers. The starport cancelled means that obviously Alive doesn't have any counter pressure to play right away. I guess not the end of the world though, because while it's obviously not great, he just begins to expand. As Bjorn begins to expand as well. So we actually have two Terran players on 26 workers apiece, both beginning to expand and both setting up into this next stage of the game. A few Reapers from Bjorn are going to come out and sit at the center. There's going to be about 5 of them just waiting for anything to maybe run up this ramp. There's a potential of this ramp as well, but generally seems pretty happy as we see this Rax is going to land and just going to try and block this area for a while. And I don't know, obviously not really going to do much, but it's going to get shot down shortly by Marines anyways, I see, so I guess he's just going to drop this into play. Cyclone and a Banshee coming up here from Bjorn as we do see his own expansion will finish up shortly. This Rax gets back into the sky and goes wandering back into the main to see what's up. It isn't going to be able to land there to block a tech lab on a starport or anything. As you do see, the Cyclone is able to pick that barracks off. So Rax going down as we do see the couple of Reapers. With the Cyclone now coming across, I mean, this is where Bjorn was able to find quite a lot of damage earlier. It's a very different setup this time around. Alive has Marines, a tank, and it's just not going to be anywhere near the same. As you're going to see, man, it's actually crazy how much these Reapers can do. Banshee gets a shot or two. The tank goes back. Cyclone goes back into tank range. And as we do see, the Cyclone gets picked off there. An SCV or two getting picked off as well. And this Banshee continue to deal just a little bit more damage here at the moment. Man, this is actually kind of nice. The auto turret, I guess he doesn't know where to put it to make sure he gets the kill. Puts it down now. The Banshee probably could have just flown. If he didn't try to step away, probably could have just gotten out of range there. Bjorn takes a slight worker lead from this now. And as we have this fight for the top of Group D. After this, by the way, I guess we could draw the playoffs live on stream as well. And we'll just let you guys know what that bracket's going to look like. So that's maybe something we could do after this match as well. Maybe while we play some marbles for a little bit, if you guys are interested. Banshee gets pushed away down to the south. Takes a few shots there. And does just get pushed away again. And all together, Alive actually a couple workers up, but it's really kind of a back and forth game. I mean, Bjorn already has extra production facilities down, and that's going to be huge, especially as with this tech lab going on the racks, it seems like he's going to play bio with an air, focus on air control. I mean, already having the extra Marines on the way out is very beneficial for Bjorn, so that feels pretty okay for him. Does need to survive this counterattack though, and well, this attack here from Alive, it does have a Raven, but it's obviously fairly low on energy because he's been forced to use it to kind of drop auto turrets and more to survive. It's always going to be scary though, as Bjorn will start a fight. There's no tank sieging up just yet. Bjorn pulls back, targets a Raven, but doesn't quite get the kill. And now Interference Matrix is down. Bjorn getting a few more Marines ready to go. His tank's pulling all the way back. SCVs are pulling into this too. This is really a good opportunity for Alive, as those tanks are going to target fire the tanks in the background. A Cloaked Banshee comes in though. This is a defense where Bjorn will come out with a 10 worker disadvantage. Loses another Banshee as well. The Cyclone gets away on 2 HP. Alive is looking to have done a lot here. And Bjorn, well, he's going to have to make some use out of his Medivacs and Stim Marines. He is going to have to get some drops on the map. He's going to have to find some damage. He has to do something. His army supply is still okay. If he can find himself 10 SCV kills or so, he can definitely make his way back into this. Third CC from Alive gets set up on this natural expansion. And as you do see Marines and a tank from Bjorn moving forwards. Coming all the way up to the top to try and see what can be done here. Again, another Marine just going to lead the charge forwards at the moment. See what's going to happen. Marine on the bottom side gets picked off by the Cyclone. Again, a few Vikings and the Raven set up to the top. I'm just going to be seeing this tank and a few Marines wandering out into the center of the map. A couple of Medivacs will join up with them. And again, Alive is having a nice little scout around with these units up here to see what's going on. There's a Bjorn Looking to make a move. Again, he's 14 army supply ahead. The fact that he had his extra barracks up sooner, we talked about that before, is really starting to come into play now. Look at that, 25 to 2 Marines. That's the difference. Interference matrix on both the siege tanks, though. Bjorn does have stim. Does that make enough of a difference here? As that siege tank isn't targeting down the tanks, but the Vikings will target it down. One tank goes down there, but again, with the Vikings landed, it's a cleanup from Alive, and he continues to hold on, continues to defend, continues to wander towards that 2-1 victory, and the first place finish in this Group D of the 2018 has left the game Korean server group. It's actually so exciting to wrap this up. I'm so excited to see what our playoffs are going to look like. It should be pretty fancy. As you see the Marines coming over, and they will be able to knock down that orbital command. So orbital command does get knocked down here. Siege tank will set up as well. Another tank from Bjorn is coming through too, and these Marines also being set up for the moment. Bjorn's still in a bit of trouble here. Down 14 workers. Has got his third CC now building on location, but there's a third base from... was there not a third base from Alive? Am I just imagining things? He just lost an orbital? He lost his orbital! Alive. That's bad. Okay, well, Alive losing the third base. I think that might have happened on screen. I just wasn't really paying attention. Alive losing the third CC. That is massive. That's really massive, because suddenly it's 2 bases apiece. Holy shit. Well, Marine starts stimming in here. I'm just going to be seeing that tank going down, and this could change everything right now as SCVs are pulling in. Marines coming forwards. Tank is still firing onto those Marines, but it is enough from Alive to break out of this container. Bjorn is down 30 supply. And then a few more Marines in the tank coming across, plus 1 armor coming out from Bjorn to even up these upgrades. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to lie. I think it's something I talked about while... I think it was something I honestly, I'm not going to lie, I don't remember Presley did die. I think it was just something I was talking about, and I went in a bit of autopilot while I was reading Twitch chat to see what you guys were saying. And I was like, wait, then it really hit me what it meant to see that orbital die. Yen loses a lot here, but suddenly again, bouncing back up in supplies. Killed off 2 of those full medevacs there. That was huge. Again, Marines, tanks, and medevacs all gathering up in the center as we do see the Cyclone setting up on the left. A couple of tanks setting up on the top as well. And here you go, the orbital command getting ready to drop into position. So third base established here from Alive as we see the Cyclone picks off a Marine. Armory coming down in the main base as well. Marines continue to stim over. As you see the Cyclone gets picked off there. Again, Alive at this stage is, well, I mean, moving his main to the third is, it's okay, but he's still down a mule and so on. So overall, Bjorn, with a 7-worker lead, is now trying to bring this back a little bit. Marines stepping forwards, and we do see this siege tank is already going to get taken down. A couple of Marines getting picked off. Over here, a siege tank is doing quite a lot of damage and moving in. We will see a tank getting picked off here. Marines going down as well, as we see Marines continue to stim into this natural. Vikings in trouble. This turns into a bit of a base trade, but there should be enough to hold the main and the natural on both sides of this. As you see the Liberators sieging up, so Bjorn will get cleaned up on this upper left-hand side. Those Liberators getting to work, and the Vikings should be able to land to help out if he needs to, but honestly, the Liberators will do enough of a job, and that is going to be a cleanup over here. On the bottom right-hand side, we see these Marines coming into the main, as obviously Bjorn has to defend this. He does deflect Alive. Those couple of medevacs will get away. Alive down by 7 workers, but up in 10 army supply. Both players have 2 orbitals remaining, so it's 2 bases apiece at the moment. And as we get this set up, +2 attack coming in from Bjorn. And Alive, well, I mean, Bjorn, just look at that confidence. Starts 2-2 upgrades at this stage. Probably just feels like the game's going to go on a while, so it does make some sense. What's interesting is Alive already has an orbital in his third location, which means that's a fresher base for him to work with. But he doesn't have gases there because he left these gases behind. So Bjorn actually has more gas income, although he's actually got a ton of gas at the moment. And that's after starting 2-2 upgrades, so that's really quite noticeable. Maybe it's even unnecessary, as we are going to be seeing the units here from Alive moving around. Here we go, lifts up. Medevac's going to drop into the main, but Marines are here already. Vikings trying to support this as Bjorn just sat defensively at the moment. I mean, the worker counts are even, but Bjorn doesn't have to do anything. He's got 2-2 on the way. If he knows that, well, that's a different question. Now we see 2 Medivacs coming across with 16 Marines. That's got a lot of potential to take down this base. That could be really tough, as we're going to be seeing Marines, Medivacs, Vikings, all getting ready to push forwards here, as we can see those tanks getting so much damage done. Now SCV is pulling in, so Bjorn will lose a lot, but again, those Medivacs heading to the main could shut down production. Bjorn is holding on for the moment, alive. Again, we'll have his production somewhat camped here by these Marines, so he's going to lose pretty much any ability to build units. SCVs are pulling into this, as the Marines will help to take it down, and the Marines are pushed back. This siege tank will be collapsed on. And now across the map again, just nothing can come in to shut these Marines down. They have high ground, they have medevac support, and that's something Alive does not have with his reinforcements, and that's one of the big differences. Finally, it's pushed away, but Bjorn picked it up a lot, and maybe now has the army advantage as he pushes across the map. He just cleaned up the bottom right, he stopped production for a while, and all of a sudden, you see these SCVs going back to mine. I mean, these few units will just jump back into the medevacs. The main force coming over, a tank to support on each side. And this game is getting bonkers. 2-2's about to finish up from Bjorn, which could help a little bit. He'll turn around and +2 attack against 1-1. And that goes well for him. He'll jump forwards now and he'll go for the siege tank. Gets it before too many shots go off. Bjorn takes it down 2-1 over Alive. Finishes the group 4-0 with 14 workers left.